and welcome to another video. We're about to learn how to upload a really big chunk of data to MySQL server. But before, we have to go over a couple steps into making sure our data is prepared to be uploaded. Once we create a schema on the MySQL database, we have to make sure to use primary keys as integers. This is for best practice, and it doesn't have to be exclusively integers. However, integers allow us to run the query and run everything that we have on the MySQL server more efficiently and to save space. That way we can avoid using anything but whole numbers in the data type that we save on Power Query. We also need to make sure that when creating IDs as index columns, we can merge them to the columns later on through Power Query Editor. Also, we normalize our data on Power Query Editor as much as we can and make sure that the rows of the data type match the ones used on the schema. For example, in the schema that we should have case ID, SOC ID, as well as on the CSV file that we used when we edited it with the Power Query Editor, we should have the first column as case ID and then SOC ID. That way, once the data is uploaded, we're able to understand on the database that those columns are going exactly to those tables. And then we're able to have a very smooth process. Now, let's learn how to do it. The first steps we had into uploading the data to the server were to upload the parent tables. The first one we uploaded was Nikes and made sure that they were all there. Then we went for SOC and make sure that they were also in the server. Then we went for the third parent table, which were states. After states, we went for the first child table, which was city. And now we have case, the first grandchildren. But in case, we also have null right now because we have not data in the server. So we went for PowerShell. Once in PowerShell, we did change directory to make sure we were in the right spot for the file, which was the desktop of the computer. Then we did directory to make sure we would see the case on the desktop, case CSV. Now, still on PowerShell, we do import CSV to convert this file and make sure that the data is concatenated and we are able to read it on the MySQL database. So when changing the code that we already had set for case CSV to import for case biz CSV, we created a new file. After creating the new file, we're able to go to command prompt and do change directory again for the desktop and make sure that we are in the right place to find the file. Once we changed the directory, also did directory again to make sure that we can see the new file, in that case, case biz, as we can see it on the screen. After that, we are gonna log into the server in order to load the data. So we copy the MySQL local in file, upload, and put the password for the database and the server. Once there, we put use Sebastian Prieto, which is the name of our schema. After doing that, we just have to click on load data to local in file and put the table that we want as well as the file that we want to upload to that respective table. So when editing that, we're gonna upload into the table case as well as we are gonna upload the data local in file case underscore biz CSV. After clicking that, we have to wait a little bit, approximately 30 seconds, so bear with us.
A few moments later.
Now it loaded. After it loaded, we're gonna go up to make sure that all the data was uploaded. And as we see the records, there's a bunch of them. We're gonna go back to the MySQL workbench and we're gonna select case again after refreshing the schemas. As we select, we can see that all the data was uploaded. So don't forget, Mac lives matter.